Cordova is a city in Andalusia, south of Spain. In the Middle Ages, it became the capital of an Islamic caliphate. It has been estimated that in the 10th century and beginning of the 11th century, Cordova was the most populous city in the world, and during these centuries became the intellectual center of Europe. The Great Mosque of Cordova, also known as Masjid-e-Qurtuba, is regarded as one of the most accomplished monuments in Islamic architecture. The Great Mosque held a place of importance amongst the Muslim community of Andalusia for 3 centuries and was seen as the heart and central focus. The horseshoe arch, first seen in small churches erected by the Visigoths, was developed by the Moors and became the hallmark of their architecture, the Grand Mosque in Córdoba being the classic and most well-known example. Other design characteristics brought from Syria by the Umayyads in the 8th century were decorative inscriptions of calligraphy running horizontally across walls or around doorways. Brickwork in relief was also used as a form of ornamentation, and the alternating of red and white brick keystones were common in arches. Islam in Spain has had a great presence in the culture and history of the nation. From the year 711 until 1492, Islam was in the heart of Spain. During the Islamic Golden Age, philosophers, scientists and engineers of the Islamic world contributed enormously to technology and culture, both by preserving earlier traditions and by adding their own inventions. As I was walking through the courtyard, I was thinking back in time and tried to imagine the people of Andalusia rushing to pray in this very mosque. As soon as I entered, I felt at peace and was amazed by the beautiful architecture. I must admit that standing in this mosque made me feel small, and I was surprised at the size of the mosque. But something struck me as being strange. For the first time ever, I had entered a mosque that had a cathedral built in the center of it. In 1523, a short time after the reconquest of Spain, the cathedral was built in the center of Masjid-e-Qurtuba. Upon completion, King Carlos V realized his mistake and said that we have built what others might have built everywhere, but we have destroyed something that was unique to the world. In 1933, Allama Iqbal visited Spain and also went to see the Mosque of Córdoba. It was not an ordinary sightseeing trip by a tourist interested in ancient monuments, but a pilgrimage to an outstanding symbol of faith by a faithful believer and warm-hearted poet. For Allama Iqbal, just being there was overwhelmingly therapeutic, for there, before his own eyes, was about the most vivid reminders of the golden age of Islam. an era that provided the roots of Europe's enlightenment. Allama Iqbal was greatly moved by the magnificence of the mosque, and deep emotional responses its awe-inspiring sight evoked in him found expression in his poem Masjid-e-Qurtuba.
ऐ हरमे कुर्तुबा इश्क से तेरा वजूद इश्क सरापा दवाम जिसमें नहीं रफ्त बूद रंग हो या खिस्तो संग चंग हो या हर्फ सौत मौजज़े फन की है खूने जिगर से नमूद कतरे खूने जिगर सिल को बनाता है दिल खूने जिगर से सदा सोजो सुरूरो सरूद तेरी फजा दिल फरोज मेरी नवासी नसोज तुझसे दिलों का हुजूर मुझसे दिलों की कुशूर अर्शे मुअल्ला से कम सीने आदम नहीं गर्चे कफे खाक की हद है सपहरे कबूर पे करे नूरी को है सजदा मयस्सर तो क्या उसको मयस्सर नहीं सोजो गुदाजे सुजूद काफिरे हिंदी हूं मैं देख मेरा ज़ौक़ शौक़ दिल में सलातो दुरूद लब पे सलातो दुरूद शौक़ मेरी लय में है शौक़ मेरी नय में है नग़्मे अल्लाह हू मेरे रगो पै में है
The construction of this mosque started in the year 786 by Abdul Rahman. Abdul Rahman was the founder of the Umayyad Emirate of Cordoba, a Muslim dynasty that ruled a greater part of Iberia for nearly 3 centuries. In his lifetime, Abdul Rahman was known as Al-Dakhil, the immigrant. Abdul Rahman has certainly printed his name in the history books and has displayed the beauty of Cordoba to the world. The Mosque of Cordoba is today a World Heritage Site. The presence of Islam still lives on in modern-day Andalusia.